Alex, has I don't know if mood is the right word, but any feeling around the team changed since it's been Smith and Koskinen back together like it was all of last year?
Um, I mean, I think Smitty's a huge part of our team. He brings big element of leadership in the locker room. And I think as a team, we feel pretty confident in both our goalies. And then with the schedule this year, with a lot of back-to-backs and whatnot, I think just this past weekend kind of shows, what our team's capable of and what our two goaltenders are able to do. Just, Smitty playing great on Friday and Mikko having a great night on Saturday as well. So I think us players, we feel good about two guys back there, and I think having Smitty back has given Mikko a chance to get some rest, but also, those guys don't have to play back-to-backs. I think that makes a big difference.
Chiasson.
No, you got me now, Alex?
Yep.
Okay. Alex, do you think that the turn that your guys' game has taken on the defensive side, doing a little bit better job of locking things down, do you think that are there qualities that lead you to believe you'll be able to stick with that? Is that getting built into your game now, or is it something that you're doing a good job of in the moment, but it takes some time for that to become second nature?
Yeah, I mean, I think that stuff doesn't happen overnight. We've been working on that for as long as I've been here, so we've done a much better job. I think the biggest thing is we've done a much better job of two things is, being quicker, jumping in battles in our defensive zone, and being harder in front of our net. I think those two things have made a big difference in our game, and we're not playing as much in our own end, and that makes a difference. So I don't think it's part of our DNA yet. I think we're still working at that, and which makes us want to keep getting better and day after day. So those are a key thing for our team. I think offensively we've shown that we're capable of playing with anyone in this league. I think our defensive game has taken a big step here in the last maybe 10, 12 games. And we got to keep that going.
Lots of the time the narrative has been, that if McDavid or Draisaitl aren't able to come up with the offense necessary, that the team was going to struggle to win games. That was, in the past. How does that, when that's the discussion point, as depth guys who want to be contributing and want to be making that difference, how did that affect you, and how much better is it in this moment where, four lines are rolling, lots of guys are contributing, and you're winning team games?
Yeah, those guys are great. Those guys are two of the best players in the league. You can't rely on them to win, every night, and more so into the playoff. So I think as a team, we've kind of taken, I don't even know if we've talked about it. I think everyone's kind of realized that, those two will do their thing. They'll get their ice time, they'll get their opportunity, but I think as a team we've realized that, or at least personally, you realize that you can't just rely on them every night. And when you get guys starting to contribute throughout the lineup, I think it gives our team a little bit more identity, gives guys confidence, and then it gives the head coach a chance to play more guys, and those guys don't have to play 25 or 26, 27 minutes. So I'm amazed every day at practice or play with those guys. They have so much talent, but we can't rely on those two just to take us to the end.
Mark Spector, Sportsnet.
One of the points you make about getting defense into your DNA takes me to Adam Larson. He's playing really well, and when he plays well, he doesn't get points, but he, the things he does, you can see he's a tangible part of keeping the puck out of the net. What, in terms of this transformation that you guys want to be a solid, staunch defensive team, is he in the middle of that? Is he part of that?
He's probably the first guy. No, may not do all the, flashy plays or whatnot, but when he's on the ice, he's hard to play against, and he brings that element on our team that, it's those are the types of players that they're hard to find. Play that way every night. It's a different way of leadership, I would say. I think personally, you trust yourself like Lars to play that way every night. That means you're bringing it, and you're putting your heart and your body, on the line every night. And he's done a great job for us. I think he's been really solid for us back there this year.
Thank you, Alex.
Jack Michaels, 630 Ched.
Alex, kind of half joking here, but knowing how much pressure you put on yourself and just the competition for power play time this year, how much of a relief was it to get one on the board on the power play the other night, considering how many chances you've had this year?
Yeah, I think the looks have been there this year. It just kind of didn't really go in for me, and but I thought our power plays kind of come along here together, our unit. I think Tice is starting to feel better. He shoots the puck a lot more, maybe than Clef did. So I think for me, it's kind of get a feel for that. It's nice to get rewarded, but I think I've talked about this before. It's not just the goals for me on the power play. I take pride in retrieving pucks or being in front for some of those goals. They all count, and I'm just doing what makes me a good player on the power play, and I take pride in that. I do my best to bring it every night, and but sometimes it's nice to get rewarded as well.
Alex, just the guys who are out of the lineup or have to come out of the lineup for whatever reason, taxi squad or whatever. It seems like when they come back, they're a lot better than when they left. And, looking at you and maybe Jujar as a couple of prime examples. Why is that?
You don't want to go back there.
Yeah, just asking the Ben nuts. Yeah, I do. Just why are guys better when they return from being out of the lineup this year?
I'll speak for myself personally. I've faced adversity in my career. I've found a way almost every time. So I bet on myself. I've been on PTOs. All the above. So I didn't think I had a great start. I don't think my start was bad as well. I had a few opportunities to score, and they didn't really go there for me. And then I didn't play for a while, and then I think the biggest thing for me is, I think physically I felt good. I think mentally it probably wasn't where I needed to be, and now, you look at the past week or so, the past 10 days, and my ice time has gotten a lot better. Put a few points, a few goals. Tough to take me out now.
Exactly. Talking to some of the guys who've been on there, they say that the atmosphere is really good, that that's a big reason for the success of the guys when they return, that everybody is made to feel that they're important, that they're involved, and that be ready when you get back.
Yeah, I probably should have touched on that earlier. I think it's not easy. I think the guys do a great job of just trying to find a way to have fun too. You want to play, but being on there doesn't mean that you're going to play every night, and you're on the outside looking in. So I think the coaching staff, the guys, the players, I think everyone kind of understand, what it is this year for that. And I thought for me was great too. I'm a little bit of a emotional, or I can lose it a few times out there. So I just thought it was nice to have some of the younger guys kind of push me and get back into it. And I'd probably hold those guys a little bit of credit as well.
Finn Phillips, Global.
Hi, Alex. Vancouver is obviously struggling right now. They gave up a 2-0 lead to end up losing against Winnipeg the other day. Maybe potentially a bit of a fragile bunch. I know you guys always want to have good starts, but is it even more important to kind of jump on them early to plant that seed of doubt right away?
Yeah, I think since I've been here, it's probably the one team that our group, they're always good games. I think the one thing with Canucks is their work ethic is through the chart. That's what I feel about that team. They work hard. They play their structure. They're hard to play against. I'm sure they'll bring that for their two home games here against us. So obviously, I think our group is feeling pretty good. We've had a good stretch here lately, but it's so tight in our division. So every point really matters, and I think start's always a key part of games. If being on the road here, establish our game and go from there.